All right. I want to say we took a couple of weeks off, but just life gets in the way and we've been busy. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna say
whatever.
that. Okay. I'm just
Mister, oh,
gonna.
I'm a grown up. I gotta do
Uh,
this other
that's
stuff.
something I don't want to admit. I'm a grown up. Grown up things. You know what grown up things mean? That means like I wish I could sleep in like till 10 a.m. That's a fantasy now.
Oh well. I mean, why? There's so
I
many
don't
more
know.
awesome things. The only reason you want to sleep in a tent is because you're a grown up and you got to deal with people, like
Yeah.
little people.
Yeah. Little people and then other responsibilities.
Yeah, I mean, I got responsibilities, but I don't sleep till 10.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
All right. Superman 2. What did you think? How long has it been since you last saw it?
Oh, it's probably been
Like,
forever.
you
Since
too?
the 80s. Oh yeah, I haven't seen Superman 2 since the 80s. I haven't seen any of these Superman.
Um,
Probably the last, like I think what they did last time. The last
let's
Superman
see.
I saw probably in the last 5 years would have been Superman 4.
The Quest for Peace.
Yes.
Okay.
Any of these other Supermans, I didn't see them since the 80s. I never bought the DVDs. I only
Oh,
watched them if they
okay.
came on TV. I don't own any of the VCRs, didn't get DVDs, didn't see any of that, didn't see in the release. I mean, I liked it when I was a kid. Superman was awesome, but that was the only superhero you could watch. So after that, I moved on to other things. I mean, I had more important things to do. There's G.I. Joes, Transformers to play with, New Turtles to take care of. Then eventually Batman came out, and it's like, huh. And then now we got Marvel superheroes. I'm like, who needs Superman?
So, what did you think of it this time then, since it has been so long for you?
Here's the sad thing. I guess I kind of hurt myself on this movie because it was
Okay.
a horrible movie, but it's not that good either.
Okay.
I guess I thought it was going to be better than the first Superman movie. Now
So, the first one was better than this one, you thought?
I feel the first one was better than this one,
Huh.
even though he flies
Mine is
around the world, spins
opposite.
the world around. Is yours opposite? Well, what made it good for you?
I saw the first of all, like
This one was blah. This one, okay. Let me before I know I'm interrupting you. I'll
okay.
let you finish, but I just want to go ahead and say, I guess it was too dated for me. That was the problem.
Oh, okay. So it
It's
was
too
dated for me
dated.
too. So I took
Okay.
that into consideration. But the when the movie first starts, right, the music starts banging, like da, 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 like the. And I was
Yeah.
like, whoa,
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
remember this.
Yeah.
So that got
I
me
didn't
into the
either.
mood, right? Like, so okay, that got me into the mood. And then the
And
second of
plus, it
all,
shows all the first movie.
yeah, so it's connected to
I
the
don't remember
first
that.
movie where like kind of like it's like a comic book thing where like they
Yeah.
sometimes they show you like this hint of like, well, where did that scene go? Okay, and then come back 5, 6 issues later, now it's a huge relevance from
Okay.
what they show in the first four planes
I
and then
fast
like the back to
forwarded it
this.
through most
Yeah,
of that.
so I thought that was pretty good. Okay,
I didn't
now
need it.
and I did like the I guess what we called them back then fights because you see they eat it right. So I'm saying with quotes, they fight. Him first of those three, and I'm like, it's probably was some of the lamest things, right? But then I remember the comic books, you never seen the action too much either. It's just like
Yeah.
bam, whack,
Depends
and
on
then
who could
that's what.
draw.
Yeah,
Well,
they
I
were
never
good
saw
draw.
it.
Yep.
Most of the yeah, but a lot of my comic stuff was in the 90s. The artistry was a lot better. So the fights were drawn out better, especially X-Men.
Yeah.
So you can't go, oh, it was like Batman
So
1960s fights because it wasn't. I didn't read that stuff.
So I compared it to what was most recent where we see a fight scene like that between the Kryptonians all fighting against each other, right? It's Henry Cavill's Superman, Man of Steel. You never seen a
Yeah.
fight like that until we saw better special effects. Now, like you said, we said this is dated. I'm like,
Yeah, this
okay,
is
this is
dated.
still okay at the time, but some of the villains it remind me of Shredder and Bebop and Rocksteady of how dumb they are,
Yeah. Oh,
especially
well,
that big
they
guy.
had one. Yeah, and plus he plays Jaws in James Bond movies.
Oh, really?
So he doesn't
Oh,
really talk. He's just a big giant muscle. He's always
yeah,
plays a lughead. I mean, I'm sure the guy's way more intelligent than he is,
yeah,
but
but he's just acting.
that's what he is. He's a henchman. He's been in all the movies as a henchman, and henchmen usually just don't talk. They usually wear a T-shirt that says henchman. I mean, yeah, that's. I mean, the movie's okay. I guess I gotta say it's very wooden. It's very okay. It's what I don't like about movies. Okay, the first Superman, it looks like they traveled. It looks like it was open. It means it's like Superman can go anywhere he wanted,
Right?
but they had scenes he was in. This one, it looks like Superman can get out of the town, like when they're fighting downtown Metropolis, and the bus smashes him in the wall and stuff. It's like this is the area. We can't film outside this area. You know,
Oh, so they
it
didn't
was a
fly
set.
somewhere else.
The
They
same
stay
thing.
on
Yeah,
location.
yeah.
Okay.
They didn't move anywhere. They didn't even move to another building. They were in front of these set of buildings, and that's all you said was the
Oh,
same set
they
of
stay
buildings
on the
over and
same
over
streets.
again.
Yeah, they stay on
They
the same
stay on the
street. Yep.
same one street. They don't even move to another street. And the same thing was when they invade the town. They go to that town,
Oh
whatever,
yeah,
is
yeah,
it
yeah.
Houston or something? It's not even Houston, but it's Houston, Idaho or something. They go, they stay in that one town, this one little town. The whole army shows up this one town. Everybody does it in this one street in this tiny town. I
Oh,
mean, it's be like people fighting my hometown. I'm like,
I
we can
didn't pick
actually
that
go to
up.
the next neighborhood over. You don't have to stay on this one street. And then the news reporter, it's just silly. It reminds me, the movie's good. I like it for an '80s movie or a 1970s movie because you probably
No, it's
didn't ever
just not
because
70s, right? It's still
well, it's '80s.
1982. I
I
want
think
to
it made to
say
the '80s,
eight. Oh, 1980.
but it don't matter. It's
Yeah.
1980s, 1970s. Blah, blah. It reminds me of Buck Rogers. Did you ever watch Buck
I
Rogers?
have not. I know what it
Buck
is though.
Rogers is actually, if you're willing to go with the time and what it looks like, it's actually a great show. It's a pretty good show. The second season sucks, but anyway, and this reminds me also of Battlestar Galactica because it's kind of in the '70s and stuff. It's got that level quality of film and everything, but I even feel they go to more sets than this movie
I didn't
does.
notice about the set thing. Like I didn't
Yeah,
even
it just feels
even
like they're
compared to the
stuck
first one. Like
each
that's
time they
not
go.
like that.
Yeah, it feels like they got their sets, but they seem like they can go more places. It almost seems like I see more stuff,
So the
more
most
sets, and
places that they gone in this movie would be Niagara Falls
yeah,
because they actually moved
and it
different
was pretty big,
location.
and it was pretty big location.
Huh.
But I mean, some of the sets like this, like where they move the cameras. You know, a lot of movies they'll move the cameras around a lot more. I feel like the fight scene on the street, they don't move the cameras around enough. And the same thing with the town. They don't move the cameras around enough. We're going to go down this street. We may film up the street once. That's it.
Oh, I didn't pay attention to that. That's a really
And
good thing to
it may
point
be
out.
more, but it just made me feel stuck.
It's tighter than it's supposed to
Yeah,
be the
it's in
world.
most movies, they move around a lot more. On even on a set, they move around a lot more. You see a lot more area, different camera angles and stuff. I can't say. I mean, I think it may just be maybe it's the director. The director may not be near as great
That's
as
Richard
the
Donner.
Archie Donner. I feel like I got more angles, more shots, more different.
You know, it's really weird that I read about but this movie, like most of it has been directed by Richard Donner, is because they changed the director, like almost like last minute. So the
Oh,
other
really?
director got the name, on the credits, but there's still a Richard Donner cut for Superman
So
2.
so basically, they did a Justice League.
Yes,
Yeah. Well, I saw that Donner cut, but I didn't watch it. I didn't watch this more than once. I watched it once,
I
and
did
I
too. I
guess if
only
it was on
watched it more
TV and
than like
if it was on
once,
TV and I was sitting there, I'd watch it. But
but it's not something that you would dig out just to purposely watch.
not really. I really probably wouldn't watch. Yeah, I wouldn't dig it out. I'd dig out Buck Rogers long before I dig out Superman
Huh?
2.
Interesting. I did like this one
It wasn't
because
horrible, and the acting wasn't horrible. I didn't really have a problem with the story. I mean, there was good story and stuff, and it probably was a little bit better than the first one. But I just felt, I felt this go around more entertained by the first one than I
You
did the
know,
second.
the other thing I really like about this better than the first one is because the element of the villain, where like, okay, Lex Luthor is a human fighting against like a super alien, right? But in this one, it's the grounds are even more. And then this one, they never used kryptonite once.
Oh yeah, they never did kryptonite, and they
Oh,
didn't do anything because basically, I mean, Lex Luthor's for him the kryptonite is these villains. He
yes.
doesn't need kryptonite to stop Superman. He knows, well, I got people it's exactly the same as Superman, and there's three of them.
I feel like this whole movie, if they didn't have Lex Luthor, it would probably still run. It could still run the same
Oh, they didn't really need like Luthor at all.
because
I
like they
mean,
cut out Otis right in the
they
beginning
cut
when
out
they
Otis. They cut out Miss whatever her name is to
yeah.
come and saved him. She comes back and saves him, and then she just disappears. And then Otis just says one deal. He just gets stuck. Basically, they didn't need Lex Luthor at all because he doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, they just need
He
Lex
just
Luthor
claims he
because
just
it's
goes
a
all over
villain. Yeah.
Australia, and then he realizes, well, maybe I shouldn't go with the villains. And then the end of the deal, they just use like Luthor this, to
Do the
change the
switcheroo.
thing,
Yeah.
which didn't even need that either.
Yeah, it's really strange, huh?
And I mean, they've turned him into a human. I remember when I was a kid. I remember this. That's the scene. I remember him getting beat up, and I
In a
remember that
diner.
scene that
Yeah, I
stuck
do
with.
too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that stuck with me from when I was a kid. But it's silly now to me. It's like you're
What's silly?
Superman.
Like
Why?
What, like
Why would
trading?
you
I was
even?
going to
Yeah.
ask you that. I was going to
Why
ask you
would you
that
even go
question.
back?
Like choosing to be normal as an immortal, what would you choose?
Well,
So it sounds like you would never do that. You would stay Superman.
actually, I would stay if I had the ability to be Superman. Why would I go back to this?
That's interesting. I would too.
I mean, I don't understand. I don't think there is a human you will meet that will go.
That would
I'd
never be
rather,
Superman.
yeah. If you
It's
could
hard
go
to
up and go,
say.
could you be Superman?
I
Everybody
think
would almost pick
I think
Superman.
it's because we came from with our race as the human race, right? We're not that powerful, but we don't see it from Superman's eyes that he want to be one of us when we want to be
Yeah,
him, right?
yeah. Well, we can. Who wants to be able to get hurt?
Yeah,
I mean, think about it. Anything could hurt you. Most people, when they get like older, like old, they die from falls. They have a fall, they never recover, and they die. It's. I mean, I hate to be so woo, but it happens a lot. You know, you read about a lot of people in history that did this and did that and great things, and then how did they die? Oh, they had a fall
yeah.
and never recovered.
That's how
I mean, come on.
that's how Heather's grandmother died. She
It's a
fell.
lot of
Yeah.
people. Lots of people.
Yep. That's
I'm
crazy.
thinking one day I'm gonna fall.
Yeah.
Good luck. I mean, everybody does. I mean, we all probably have grandparents that's happened.
Mhm.
I mean, you get old, you fall, and you're just not as strong anymore. But I
Yep.
mean, you never really are. I mean, you get in a car accident. Phew,
So
good luck.
Superman, you're saying that Superman didn't think this through thoroughly.
Superman didn't think this through at all.
He
But
just
usually,
think about
but let me
Lois.
put it this way: he is a man. You know why? Because usually when a woman's involved, we never think anything through like we're
Yeah.
supposed to. Like,
So
hey, you want to do this? We're like, yeah,
how
and then realize, that was so stupid.
how did you like the beginning scene? You know, with Lois with that distraction with the translator book with the French. I'm like, what? Really? That's how easily she could just get through security and get up there? Like, come on. It feels like
Hey, they're.
that was just lazy writing, right? Like,
I'm
come
gonna be
on.
mean. They're French.
Wow. Let's not put that into this, but okay.
They're probably like, lady, you want to go get on the Alpha Tower with a bomb? That's what that guy is like. Go ahead, stupid Americans.
Yes. You know, it's really funny. I was thinking about the, the elevator was falling down really fast. I feel like
Yeah,
that's what give people the fear, right? Is that they watch this movie and they see that like, oh my gosh. But then
I
there's
hear
been
you.
people like all over, right? Like a lot of people, like the elevator experts, like the mechanics and the engineers and stuff. Like, well, I wouldn't worry about that because the fall, right? The brick will catch on. The thing that you should worry about if it shoots up, there's nothing catching the elevator shooting up. Like with the force, like if something blows on the bottom and the elevator blows up, there's nothing stopping that. But then it feels like that's more unlikely than the elevator falling down.
Yeah, I
You
would
know?
think that's way, way unlikely for the
Yeah,
elevator to already come out.
yeah. That's what
And
the
plus, most of them have roofs on them, so they're not
yeah.
gonna go through the roof.
Well, it depends on how big the force is, but I feel like well, the guy's right, right? We only
I
enforce
don't, I
falling,
don't.
but
Yeah,
not shooting
exactly.
out.
I don't really think you're ever gonna find a force strong enough to shoot an elevator
Yeah. Oh,
out atop of a building.
bringing it back to Lex Luthor.
It would have to be a short building.
How did you like the escape with the hot air balloon?
Balloon.
What did you
It's
think about
silly.
that? I'm thinking like,
Oh, it's silly.
huh, it is silly. It's like first of all, it's so slow, and I'm thinking like they can use they probably can use
Yeah,
the blimp,
the
but
whole escape deal was very comic booky,
it's very comic
and it's
booky.
not like good comic booky.
But
It's like
the coolest thing is that 3D hologram thing of this
it's like
whole movie. Like,
1930s comic book.
but the 3D hologram of them playing chess was really good, right?
Oh, that was awesome.
That was the coolest technology I ever saw, like
That
in
was
the
almost
movie
too
at that time.
beyond. Yeah, that was too much beyond.
Like
Yeah, that
it
was
feels like
actually
some
pretty good.
James Bond stuff, and then they escape in a hot air balloon. But then they have that
Yeah,
technology.
they have good technology, and they go on some dumb technology. But again, most likely nobody's going to think you're going to escape on a little. It wasn't really a hot air balloon. It was just kind of a weird, crappy balloon.
Yeah. Well, I
But
guess they
hey,
use this air
but
balloon
I guess,
mechanics.
if you can build a hologram like that, you can escape on anything.
Yeah, that's true. Uh, what's the other thing?
Oh
So,
yeah, the funny thing, you know what's funny?
oh, go ahead.
It's when those astronauts. I thought that was just silly. It didn't make any sense to
Oh,
me. Like it's just
yeah,
to
in
sell
the
tickets,
beginning.
but I'm like, you could sell tickets to these people anyway. The beginning where they're on the moon, there's a Russian astronaut with them, and he's putting the Soviet flag. I thought, why is there a Soviet guy putting a Soviet flag on the moon? It make any sense to me. I mean, was it for the Russians? Because I
I
don't
think
know
it's
if
just so
anybody
that way it
noticed.
doesn't show that these people kick America's ass, right? That's what I'm thinking. That's what the whole point of doing
Oh,
that is.
okay. And
Instead of
so they could kill
putting a
that
U.S.
Russian.
astronaut, they put a Russian one.
Yeah, so it's easier to kill a Russian astronaut. But they killed two American astronauts too, though.
Yeah, I don't
And,
know.
oh yeah, and here's another thing. Here's the funny thing is, okay, whoever made this scene didn't know anything about space,
Okay.
or didn't even know anything about us landing on the moon, apparently, because it shows a grab a hold of the spacecraft, but he grows a hold of the lander. Actually, that part in the middle,
Yeah.
the lander stays on the moon. The thing in the center shoots up into space, but he's holding the whole thing together by holding the legs of the lander.
Well, who was holding it?
Oh, that
The
big,
big guy,
that
right? Yeah.
yeah, the big guy. He's holding it on there doing. That guy's like, "Oh, we're stuck." But the funny thing is, the lander actually separates. It doesn't. Those legs don't go into space. Don't leave the moon.
Uh
The thing lands, and the center capsule shoots off, and it
so
connects to another spaceship flying around the
so
moon.
so this that scene alone is how we start the movies
The
of the
whole
80s,
scene
right?
is
Like it's like,
stupid.
hey,
Yeah, the whole.
science out the window.
Yeah, we don't know that. But I mean, the thing is, most people are going to know it because the moon landing was a big deal to most
Yeah.
Americans. And plus, I will just point out, the Russians never even landed on the moon.
Oh,
Never.
so that may be an inside joke too for Americans.
It
That's why he
probably
kept
is,
that question. They never
but I
put
was
a
like,
flag, so they never landed
but you
there.
know, nowadays though, you always have like the United States cooperating with China
Yeah.
or other countries, but they sell tickets to China. But this one
Oh,
didn't
this
any
one
good
is like, yeah.
because you're not going to
Oh,
sell
that's what you
tickets to the
meant by
USS.
tickets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not selling tickets to the
Yeah.
USSR. There's a Cold War going on, and they don't get our stuff. They're lucky they can get Pepsi or Coca Cola.
Man, this movie has not aged well because one of my favorite games is
Oh,
Street Fighter 2, right? And in the old game, every time you fly to your country, it says China, USA, and this one still says USSR. Yeah.
they're gone.
Now, yeah, it's gone.
It's
Now
part
it's
of
just
history.
Russia. Yeah, it's part of history. It's just Russia
And of
now.
course, the president, the
No, I'm
president's all
thinking
this
like when they
nice guy.
re-release these games or like a collection, Capcom release like a fighting collection. I wonder if they go and update that for today's kid. Like if my son buys it, right? So they shouldn't say
Yeah.
USSR anymore because he's could be like, "What the heck is that?" And so it's
Well,
just say
but maybe they need it for
Russia.
that character. Was the character Russian or was he a Soviet?
Ooh, I think Zangief. Is
I
it?
mean, I understand. I
Yeah,
understand they'd be from the same country, but it's the what do you call it? Ideology.
yeah. Is he Soviet? Like Soviet instead of Russian?
Yeah, is he more of a Soviet or is he more like, hey, we got? I mean, Russia's kind of stuck right now in a way because they got it. They still kind of like they're Soviets, but they're not. They got more freedom than they used to. They still have a dictator. Actually, they have a dictator. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
The old Soviet Union really didn't have a dictator like they got now. They could get rid of the Soviets got rid of their presidents every now and then, and they got a
Oh,
new one.
interesting.
The Russians, they still got the same guy.
Yeah, they
He's been
do.
there forever. We've already gone through like I don't know how many presidents, and he's still there. In the old days, we changed presidents. They changed presidents. Everybody was happy.
That's right. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm gonna check it out though. I'm gonna check out the updated game to see if they still say USSR.
Yeah, because I mean, the USR was because like a lot of characters that they then phase over, like the Titanium Man and Iron Man.
Yeah.
He was USSR. It made
Oh,
more sense for him to be USSR. It
yeah.
doesn't really make sense for him to be Russians. It's like a lot of these Marvel stuff, it's all Russians now. But I'm like, but the USSR was the history, and that's why a lot
On
of
that
it was
Myomo thing,
formed.
yeah.
Because Russia probably
Oh,
wouldn't have
that's
built a lot of this
good.
stuff.
You
It's
know
like the
what?
Red Guardian, Captain
Yeah,
Russia.
yeah, Captain Russia.
He would be more USSR, makes
He
more
would be,
sense.
yeah, because the
But
time
the problem
period.
is, but with the time period though, he almost can't be because he's
Yeah.
almost our age.
So interesting,
So
like
by the time he would have been old enough to
their
fight for the USSR,
character,
it would have been gone.
their character I'm talking about is in Wreck-It Ralph, Zangief.
Yeah,
And now I'm
yeah, I
thinking like
remember.
he's also in the newest Street Fighters. I wonder if they still say USSR, then now they say
It's probably
Russia now.
Russia. It's probably
Yeah.
just Russia. I
I
mean, because
never
he's Russian,
thought
it's
about
just
that.
he's probably not fighting. He's not fighting
Look
for the Iron Curtain.
look at the spiral we went down just from this scene from Superman 2.
Yeah, Superman 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
go Soviet Union.
Man. You know what? This is the only Superman we have so far to get a sequel. We have two other Superman since then. That this
Well,
cinematic.
well, we can say we got sequels. I mean,
Oh,
Man still
Batman
got
versus
sequels.
Superman is a Batman
That
sort of
is a
Superman
sequel.
sequel.
I mean,
Yeah.
some people see it as not a sequel because they're like, well, I wanted to stand on. Some people want to stand alone Superman, but come on, the reality of our world now is really don't have standalone
We
superhero
don't have. We
movies.
shouldn't have standalone superhero movies.
Oh no,
Unless,
do you want?
no, unless that comic series only have a standalone superhero. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's a new one. It just there's
I
nobody else in
mean,
that universe.
we got standalone, but the problem is they got linked universes. I guess we said because I got three Iron Mans that are standalone.
The Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's a standalone.
Yeah, we got the well, they're not linked. They're not a linked universe either, so you can't count them.
No, they're not a linked universe.
I'm saying now
Oh, you talk about
since Iron
Iron
Man
Man,
showed
so
up,
it should be
since Iron
linked
Man showed
universe.
up, all the superheroes are linked universe. All DCU had a linked universe.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah, see, all, Superman and Batman, the next ones, they had a linked universe. The last ones, because the last time they did it was before, because nobody's done it after Iron Man. I mean,
No.
during Iron Man, during the Marvel universe, you had your standalone Batmans.
You have a standalone Spider.
Christopher
No,
Nolan.
there's not standalone Spider Man because there's a different
Never
hero
had a
in it.
stand. You never had a
Not even
standalone
with
Spider-Man.
Holland.
Yeah, it was in. That was the end of it.
Would Captain America be standalone? The first one is
The
standalone.
first one is standalone.
The second
The
one is
second
not,
one
right?
is not really. The
And the
third
third
one was
one is a Civil War. It's already like a
yeah,
Avengers, mini Avengers movie.
yeah. It was just Avengers. But you had Thor standalone. Second Thor standalone.
Yeah, second
Third
Thor.
one's
First one is
all this,
standalone.
and the third one's standalone too.
Yeah.
So all the Thors are
Well,
standalone. Basically,
the
everybody got
third one
standalone
is not really
except for Thor.
standalone, right? It got Doctor Strange in it. It's still a
He just
universe
makes it.
shared.
He makes a tiny appearance. But yeah, everything still is shared universe. Even all of those are shared universe. But the movie itself focused on one superhero.
Well, but then
That's what
Spider
I'm
Man,
saying.
Iron Man makes an appearance.
Yeah, but so he didn't get a standalone one.
Yeah.
But other superheroes, see, that's what I'm trying to
Interesting.
say. There's not really standalone though.
Yeah, like Superman is standalone.
It's
Like
like I'm saying,
Willie's
like
standalone.
Christopher Nolan's Batman.
Batman's is standalone.
There was not gonna be
Another superhero
because
inside
there's
that.
not. He's not a shared universe.
Yeah.
Same thing was yeah, that was it. As soon as all the Iron Mans and everybody saw that how Marvel starts making money, that was the end of standalone superhero
Yeah,
universes.
yeah, when they did that. So I want to point out an interesting fact, Shane, because
Okay.
you and I complain about Warner Brothers so long. They have the rights to their superheroes and stuff, right? So you probably saw my Facebook post that me and my boys to finally watch all the Harry Potters, right? And the weird
Oh, I
thing
saw that.
is, so when the boys we finished watching all the Harry Potters, the reason why this is relevant because Harry Potter is produced and distributed by Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
There's 7 books total. Everybody knows.
Even though they have a little town in Universal
Yeah,
Studios.
so everybody knows there's 7 books, but somehow Warner Brothers is able to do this great. All the 7 movies combining great together is the progress of
Yeah.
Harry Potter, but somehow they can use that same equation to do like 3 fourths. Let's just say they give him Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, right? Throw in Flash or whatever you want. But they can't do these 4 people if you give them 8 movies. Because Harry Potter got 8 movies, okay?
Yeah.
But the newer Justice League with the Snyderverse ideal did not do well. There wasn't even 8 movies, but Harry Potter was great. Go ahead.
I would say because of the control.
Control
Harry Potter's probably had more rules on how it goes forth because of the writer.
Oh.
You know, it has an author. She wrote several books. She has an outline. She made sure they stuck to it. And plus, it probably had rules for who gets the roles, how it's going to be formed. It was probably very strict on how they're
You
going
know
to
what's
make
really
it.
one of the rules was like all the actors were British, like or English
Exactly.
born. Yep. So
Exactly.
one of those, yeah.
Which actually, I want to like give the finger to that rule, but because they
But it
come
makes
over and
sense
play
for
all
that,
our
though. Yeah, yeah.
characters. Let me put it this way: we should make a rule that British people couldn't play any American roles. Hey, they wouldn't have a job.
I see.
They wouldn't, because almost everything's American. But anyways, the thing was the superheroes. They let anybody that wanted to tell a superhero story. Oh, come on in, tell it. Just make your movie.
Oh.
I don't care if it's good or bad. I mean, come on. That's why you got so many different deals. You had too many different competing DC properties against each other.
That's really weird to say, even
I
though
mean,
they're all owned by like
it
the
is, but
rights by Warner Brothers.
the problem is sometimes people want to invest in a story. Like Harry Potter, you're investing in a story, and you're investing in a story for 8 stories. They're not going to throw you out this way or out that way. One character's not going to show up as somebody else. Not really. I mean, unless somebody dies and they got to fix it. But the problem is with 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 the DC deal, I go invest in Man of Steel. Oh, here, hey, we got a Green Lantern movie. Oh, yeah, it sucks. And it's not connected to anything. So you just wasted an hour and some money on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Batman versus Superman. Yay. Now we're back to the same universe. And then they throw something back out at you. Oh, we have this Joker movie. Oh, by the way, it's not the
Not
Joker,
tied
it's in
into
the Batman.
anything.
Yeah, it's not it. I'm like, okay, okay. And then they're like, "Oh, we have a Justice League movie," and I'm like, "Oh, we're going back." And they got Wonder Woman's. Oh yeah, and they also got all these characters to build this great universe. And then all of a sudden, hey, we have the Batman. It's not part of. It's
Well,
not.
the
It's not.
Batman is older, but then you could add in we have
But
Suicide Squad, and they're like, hey, it's still the same Harley Quinn in the whatever, so it's working well together.
is
But
it?
then you
Is it?
introduce the new Joker, which is played by Jared Leto, but then he's not in any of the Jokers or the
Yeah,
Batman. I'm like, yeah, I see.
exactly. Everybody's going
So you
everywhere.
would like it better if this new DC universe have more control.
They
Someone has
should have.
more control.
They should have had more control. They should have. I mean, come on. They saw how Marvel was doing it. Why did they just go, "Hey, let's do it"? Oh, well, okay, we're just going to reboot the whole thing.
They want to hurry up, like we always said that like Zack
They
Snyder couldn't make it, so they just want to hurry up and get
Yeah,
it done.
they
Yep,
they could have just waited. They could have let
they could have
Zack
just
Snyder,
waited.
because Zack Snyder. I know a lot of people are going, "Oh, we like Gunn, we like Zack Snyder." And that's not the problem. The problem is they should have picked one universe and stuck with it.
Yeah.
They should have just picked one universe and stuck with it. I mean, and I'm not mad at Gunn or anybody. I think Gunn should have picked up, but I think the
Or
Snyderverse was
maybe
just too
they,
damaged.
or maybe they
It's
should
too
just
much too.
not yeah because WB too much damage because they want to hurry up and make that money
I really
when
think
they
they
should
did too
just rate it
much.
like you
And
said
here's the
they should just wait it for Snyder to complete the whole thing.
and it's also not just that they had the Arrowverse going on at the same time too.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Which
about
I'm
that
not knocking, and I'm not
because
knocking the
that's on
Arrowverse.
TV. Yeah,
That was TV, but the problem is I would like to watch that and it be the same universe, and it's
and with
not.
the yeah with the movies.
Yeah, I mean, so I got two Supermans going on at the same time, two Batmans now, some Joker that doesn't even have a universe. I'm
Oh,
like
don't forget the show Gotham, and that's not tied into
Gotham, and I
anything.
loved Gotham
Yeah.
too, and it never ever even became any of the Batmans that's with that. Which I mean, and I'm fine with some of the standalone stories if it's really good. It's just I have my Marvel universe.
Which
They
all
got
connected.
we got
Yeah.
some DC stuff. And I'm like, no, but if I watch all this, all my stories are connected, and I get a big giant
All
story. I
the
get a big
Marvel
old.
stuff is still connected. Even What Ifs. Well, Ethan watch What Ifs, right? And he find
Well,
those are very interesting.
even Agents of Shield was part of it.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't like it, it was part of it.
So
I'm sorry.
so with all that said, at this time Superman 2, are you just glad that we have one superhero at one time during the 80s when they first started this?
Well, it didn't matter to me then because, like I said, I was a kid. I was playing with other toys. I go sit down, watch that, and then go play with my
Go back to
toys.
my toys again.
Yeah, I'm like,
So it doesn't
whatever.
really matter.
And well, the thing is, I didn't read comic books yet.
Oh, that's right. This is the part
You
where
got to
I didn't
think.
even read comic
And you
books
got to
yet.
think. And if when I had birthday parties, it was Star Wars themed birthday parties, anyways, because I was too busy doing the Star Wars thing too.
Huh.
I can't remember when I got into GI Joes, but GI Joes took over most of everything. But for the longest time, it was Star Wars. I did Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. I had a birthday cake. It was chocolate. It looked like Darth Vader. I
Wow.
mean,
I didn't I
I remember when I got my X-wing, not the X-wing. I had an X-wing, but the biggest thing to me was the TIE fighter. I got a TIE fighter, and you push little buttons, and the things shoot off. It was
you
amazing. You
know
put your little stickers on it with burn
You brought
holes
up a
in it.
good point. I didn't even think about that. Like, like when I was watching Superman, I wasn't even reading comic books. I didn't even know they
Yeah, it was
existed.
ring comic. Yeah, I was too young for. I think I was too young for most of the comic book. I
Yeah,
mean, they handle books and stuff. I wasn't that careful with them.
that's interesting. I like
I
that.
don't know. I threw everything in the toy box.
Let's.
And there were so many things going on. You got to think you had Superman to play with. You had Star Wars to play with. If you're old enough to know about it, you had Star Trek. And I had Star Trek figures,
Yeah.
but I didn't know what they were for. My cousin was older than
Oh,
me, probably maybe 4 years older than me or so forth. Let's say she knew of Star Trek a lot more. Seen it, so she knows about it. So that made more sense to her. And when the motion picture came out, I didn't even see it. I don't think. And I
And that's
wouldn't
why
have
you didn't think
grasped
about
it.
the McDonald's thing, because you showed me the
Yeah,
McDonald's
exactly.
toys,
That
and
McDonald's thing.
that was based on a motion
It
picture.
most likely come out, and I probably saw it, but it didn't make any sense
Yeah,
because when I
because you
bought
didn't
this,
know about
because
it.
when I bought the Star Trek toys, it's because I went to the store to get some more Star Wars toys, and they had Star Trek
Oh,
guys there. And I'm like, these look like they're in space. These guys can go with this. They had a shared universe at my house. Okay,
awesome. Yeah, they all did.
Scotty,
Yep.
Scotty was helping Han Solo work on the Millennium Falcon, and they're both hiding
Wow.
from Boba Fett because Boba Fett tried to kill everybody. I mean, Boba Fett. Let me see. My Boba Fett was so popular with me. He joined the ranks of Cobra and tried to help them.
Oh, awesome.
What a villain!
Everything is a shared universe in the
Everything was shared
your
universe, yeah.
own
Because
house
I
of
mean,
toys.
Han Solo and Princess Leia, they both hung out with the GI Joe basement I had with them.
That's interesting. Hey, I want to talk about the scene.
Their hands weren't good enough to hold a machine gun or anything, but
I want to talk
go
about a
ahead.
couple of scenes. First, let's talk about the other Kryptonians, right? It's Genocide and his two henchmen.
Yeah, well,
Um,
we saw in the first movie too. They used the
yeah,
same
we did,
actors, which is awesome.
which is awesome. This is one of
They
the
did use
first
the
times
same
that,
actors, right?
from because I only remember
I know the
Zod
main one.
and the
I
big,
remember Zod. That's
the
what I was
big
wondering.
guy.
Was
I
the woman
want to
that
say the
and the
woman
big
is the
guy were they the
same.
exact same actors?
I want to say they're the same actors.
Well, it is amazing they'd use him because he's a pretty. I mean, the guy just passed away. What
Oh,
last
the
week?
General Zod, yeah,
Terrence Stamp. Yeah,
yep.
Terrence
He
Stamp.
did
He
just
just passed
pass
away.
away
Like,
recently.
which it's amazing that he was like an accomplished actor, and they did go and they gave him a tiny role in the first one, and they did
Yes.
go get him in the second one.
In the second one, where they give,
There was
he's
no
the main
guarantee
villain.
there. Well, they really didn't have a guarantee they were going to make a second one
Yeah,
because I
there's
mean
not.
nobody
That's
did
why it's also
superhero
interesting
movies.
too. Yeah, two
Because
superhero movies.
you got to
Whoa.
think Superman, and a lot of movies we have done only came along because of Star Wars.
Oh,
Well,
oh,
think about it, because a lot of people, I mean, they did sci-fi, but sci-fi was never really good. Star
right.
Wars came along, they put a lot of money in it. They didn't want to at first. George Lucas like, this is what I'm going to do, and it's 20th Century Fox is like, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And then 20th Century Fox made Aliens because of Star Wars. I mean, almost everything that we talk about all came out because even Star Trek got rebooted. Star Trek would
Because of
probably
Star
never got
Wars.
rebooted if
If it
Star
wasn't
Wars
for
had come
Star
along.
Wars.
If it wasn't for Star Wars, I
Ah.
don't care. There's a bunch of nerds. Oh, whatever on you nerds. I'm a Star Trek fan, but Star Trek wouldn't got it. I really can't see it getting rebooted. If
Well, sometimes I like that little push, right? Like it's not like an intentional thing, but like
and
just
it also
helps it.
made a lot of shows that I like too, like Battlestar Galactica. They wanted to do it. Star Wars came along, and then it got done.
Oh.
Buck Rogers. It wasn't going to get done. It got turned into a movie. They go like Star Wars made a lot of movie, and then they made the movie, and then they cut it in two and did her to a TV series.
Oh.
And then they ruined it because they tried to make it like Star Trek instead of leaving it like it was.
So let's get back to Side. I did like the water trick that they did. Like, he was walking on water like Jesus.
Oh yeah,
I like because I finally just a few years
but
ago I
that's
found out how they did that. They just put the glass table underneath so
yeah.
you can't see under the water. I was like, man, that's brilliant. It's just
You
like,
could do that, or you
yeah,
could actually, you could put it black. Actually, you could put black underwater too,
yeah, and then
depending on the angle. You can't actually
yeah, I
see
can
it.
see it. So I really like that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was
There's
pretty
actually a
good.
lot of
The
tricks. It's like
practical
Superman,
effects.
because the thing with Superman, he flies. They actually have like let's see, they shoot a scene of them going somewhere. And then all he does is just stand there with his hand up on a bunch of mirrors underneath him, and it projects it down on it and makes him look like he's flying.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's not a trick photography. It's really easy special effects.
yeah, just easy special
Somehow we
effects.
forgot, and it looks good. I mean, it does look good.
It does.
I mean, it may be dated, but the mainly like the dated part is when they're just standing in the city going, "Oh, we're taking over this whole town," and a bunch of little townspeople are fighting them. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? And then the army shows up. It's not even
Oh,
really the army.
the White House the
Yeah,
fight scene that was kind of silly.
yeah. A lot of the fight scenes are just kind of
It's very
and that
comic bookish, I want to say.
yeah. But at the time, I guess there isn't another movie that's going to have a better scene. I mean, think
No,
about it.
yeah,
There's not a lot of action movies yet.
no, no.
Because we haven't
Not
gotten into
this is
blown up the White
1980. We
House.
have
Yeah,
not gotten that yet.
we haven't seen big budget military scenes either.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. You know what? I forgot
I
that.
mean, the only big budget military scenes you'd ever see would be in a war movie like Apocalypse Now or something.
Yeah,
in a World War II movies and
but
so
not in a
forth.
superhero film
And
like this.
westerns are still at this time probably still have big budgets, and that's why they got like they can go anywhere, have big giant cast of lots of
People, yeah.
Indians or Native Americans, fighting, a lot of cowboys, gunfighters. They can have a lot of stuff, but in a superhero movie, all right, you're gonna have this little town. You're gonna get five
So
soldiers.
now,
You
yeah.
can have them dressed up, redress it, and be different guys over and
So
over
it now
again.
explains your scene theory that you have like, oh, they look like they haven't really gone anywhere. It's such a tight
Yeah,
space.
he really haven't. And the thing
Cause
is, we got to point out this is filmed in Dallas. Well, not probably not all the scenes, but the set, most of the sets,
done in Dallas.
yeah, done in Dallas, Texas.
Oh,
Probably on the same lot. I don't know if it's the same lot. It's probably not the same lot that RoboCop was
Mobile Cop
filmed
was
on.
right. Yeah. So downtown.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that this filmed in Dallas too. Probably
yeah,
because
this
of
one,
the tax incentives that they still have to
yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah. Which is funny. I guess they can make another one because there's supposed to be a big giant studio now in Fort Worth.
How, how did you like the what is it? They changed Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, where they just shoot it with their eyes.
Yeah. Do you
It's like
think they have
what?
different powers because they're different Kryptonians?
I think they're not supposed to,
Oh,
but
they
they
don't.
did.
They just like yeah.
Yes, they
Okay.
did. They had different
They
powers
have
from
different powers
Superman.
depends
They
on
almost
yeah.
made them more magic. Their powers were more
Yeah, they're more
magical.
magic, right? They have
Yeah,
telekinesis.
yeah, they were more magical than Superman. I thought, what?
The
But they're supposed to,
shotgun
they
thing. I
should
was
have
like,
been the
what the hell's
same.
going on?
The problem is somebody's like, "Hey, just write it, dude. Don't write that." So probably there was probably somebody sitting there going in Superman comics, and they're like, "Dude, it's a movie. Just write it.
Yeah,
This,
just
this is what we want. But just let's move on.
they
Let's
have
film this. Get
magic.
this done." Yeah.
How how about that? You like how Lois Lane figures that Clark Kent is Superman?
I actually like that.
You did?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
I thought it was pretty risky when she just jumped in the river with no
Oh
railing.
yeah,
By the
that was
way,
dumb.
that was pretty dumb.
And he didn't save her either.
Yeah, he didn't save her. I thought
Oh,
like he did kind of save her. Like he was able to conceal that
well,
heat
it's funny.
vision thing.
It's funny though that he kind of lied to her because in the first movie, it breaks. Oh, I never lie. I never lie.
Well,
And we even thought,
Superman never lies.
Clark Kent probably does. I guess you're right. That's a good thing right there.
Yeah, Superman don't lie, but he didn't.
But anyways,
He just
it
concealing the
was,
truth.
but it was silly though when he goes, oh, his mom's, oh, you gotta give up your powers. You gotta give up your powers. It's like, where in the comic books did he ever give up his power?
How did you like that to cut out Marlon Brando from this whole movie? Now it's the
Hey,
mom answering questions
it
instead
didn't
of
bother.
Jor-El.
It actually didn't bother me
Did
at
you read
all.
about why?
I
Because
have,
because if they
I've
have
read
to
it.
if they have to show a certain time frame of Marlon Brando, they would have to pay him a lot more. So the
Okay.
studio got around that.
Yeah, that's because they were cheap. Is what. So what you're saying? It wasn't really Marlon Brando's fault. It was the studio was cheap.
Well, like you said, right? Because like at this time, there's not a lot of science fiction, big budget movies, action films. Because
Yeah.
like there was Western was the time.
Yeah. Well, basically, is they decided they probably the executives probably like I saw the first Superman. They're like it was a kiddie show, and they paid this much money for it, so we can just make another crappy movie, and they'll pay for it too.
Now I feel like you're right. This first one is better. I mean, like it did really well budget wise.
It's
For,
kind
for,
of let's put it this way.
for both
Let's put it
movies.
this way: Iron Man, Iron Man 2.
Oh, that was not a fair comparison.
Well, Iron Man 2 wasn't as good as the first Iron Man,
First one, like no,
but it
it's
was
not.
decent.
It was still very
I
good.
like I enjoy
Yeah.
Iron Man 2.
I
But
wouldn't
the
like
problem
Mickey
is,
Rogue.
but basically
I
Iron
really
Man 2
like
was,
Justin Hammer's character.
but Iron Man 2 basically was to me was made really quick just to make that cash in on that money.
Huh? I thought it was to well, the Mark V suit was pretty cool.
It doesn't really move that much of the storyline.
It doesn't, right? It could
It's
it
just
could have
really
gone on without
everybody
having Iron Man 2.
everybody wants an Iron Man 2 really bad. I wanted one too.
So Iron Man 2 didn't really need to progress the story along within that Marvel universe.
Yeah, and it didn't.
Though the Dark World progressed more because they show an Infinity Stone.
Yeah, because they finally got the ground in their footing. But people were a little upset with Iron Man 2.
Wow, wait until they get Iron Man 3, you know, like just doesn't get your
Yeah,
hopes up.
well,
Not Iron Man 2 is better than Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 2 I love Iron Man 2 compared
Yeah.
to Iron Man 3. And the sad thing is Iron Man 3 is actually a better story and a better acted movie. It's just they lead you down this one deal, get your hopes up, because you think you're going to get finally this
Yeah.
great battle. And what do you get? No.
Yeah, you get somebody else.
It's
You
like,
get a
yeah, and
decoy.
of course, the director's like, yeah, I came up with that. Man, that was a great idea. I'm
Dude,
like,
I feel
you're
like
an
the
idiot.
actors, like the cast of Iron Man 2 is better than 3. I mean, like, I like Ben Kingsley, but
I
Guy
did too.
Pearce is not as big
I
as
like,
like
I
Mickey
like Guy
Rourke
Pearce,
or who's the play
Justin
Justin
Hammer,
Hammer? What's his name?
Justin Hammer.
Dang it, now I can't remember the stupid actor's name.
I can't even.
Sam
Rockwell,
Rockwell. Yeah,
Sam
Sam
Rockwell,
Rockwell.
Ju- Justin Hammer,
I mean, I like Guy Pearce
and
too.
plus we got Black Widow.
Yeah.
So we did get a main character. We got another Avenger. So Iron
Yeah.
Man 2 does move the story along. I guess we shouldn't have said that.
And Rhodey was War Machine. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I am Patriot first. Sorry.
So we
I am
did get
Patriot, right?
so we do get it was a good story.
It's
It's
a
just
better story than Iron Man 3.
it's a better story than Iron Man 3. You're right. Because Iron Man
Yeah.
3 set up a good deal and did not
And then bomb
deliver.
right to your face.
Yeah. It's like, we got you.
This is what happens when John Farrell cannot finish that work. And I was like, well, I'll let Shane do it. Oh my God, Shane!
Yeah, Shane Black.
Shane Black.
Uh, that's a shame.
So it's kind of like the same, like,
It's
so Warner Brothers did this again with Superman 2. Hey, Richard Donner did 85% of the movie, right? Superman 2.
Yeah.
But something happened to, like, I don't
Yeah.
want to delay this.
So
Let's get
basically-
another, who was this guy? Richard. His name is also Richard, but Richard
Yeah.
Lester?
They're like,
Lester.
nobody will know.
Yeah.
Nobody will know.
But he got credit for directing the movie, but like only the 15% or
Hey,
if even
hey.
that.
He was there. He was Will Wheaton or
Josh Whedon.
Josh Whedon.
Yeah,
Sorry,
like
Will
Josh
Whedon.
Whedon.
Josh-
Man, how many
Will
times have a movie been like, hey, the main director directed most of the movie, and then they have to get someone to fill it, and then he gets all the credit?
You can't just let. Sometimes you could. I mean, there's already been a lot of money spent. You're gonna
Yeah,
have to
all
do
the money
something.
spent. Yeah, that's true too.
And I mean, come on. If you got to stop and shut down, you lose a lot of money.
Yeah, because you already
So I mean,
paid for that time.
I understand why they did it. I mean, Justice League just was unfortunate. It was just a bad deal.
Yeah.
It was a bad deal for the director that was originally directing it. I mean, he had a bad deal. He couldn't stay,
Huh.
and the studio really just couldn't stop.
Oh, there's one thing I didn't like when it's going back to Sod, right? We're going to talk about Lois and knowing Superman.
Okay.
Remember when they were on Earth and trying to figure everything out? That girl, I can't remember what her name is now. She got bit by a snake. How is that possible? Oh,
Well, I don't know, but she burned it too.
yes, you burned it, but then I'm thinking like I think
Let me
they
put
did
it
that
this
on
way.
purpose so that way they know they learn a new power.
Yeah. Well, you're right, but she got bit by a snake. The same reason that Superman got killed by a bus. He got hit by a bus and he stayed away for a long time, and then he pops back out. I mean, in everything else we've seen, the bus shouldn't have done a thing to him.
Yeah, the bus wouldn't have done the
I
thing
mean,
to
the
him,
thing
just
is,
like the
they
bike.
never really thought about how strong they are and how weak they are, and then how strong they are, because they go from being real weak to real strong, weak, strong. Things that shouldn't have hurt them, and then all of a sudden it doesn't hurt them.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
And I thought like when the first Kryptonians showed to a major city, right? I guess after they visit Houston or something, they start
They don't
causing
even show
chaos.
up to a major city. That's the thing.
Well, I guess like Superman at this time was just busy having his own date for several hours or several days.
Yeah,
so
he
like,
did. Yeah, well, I guess. I mean, I could understand that because back in those days, unless you sat down in front of a TV, you're not going to know anything.
yeah. Oh, that's right.
I mean, come on, the world is not as connected as it is now.
It's today, yeah, with like
It's not-
smartphones.
Because
And
I mean,
cameras.
yeah, I mean, it's not really a big deal. Most people back then lived their life. Probably didn't even know. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't even know there was a Superman.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know
And they'd
Superman
hear
unless
about
they
it and go,
watch
"Oh, this is a
TV.
story."
Yeah,
Yeah, unless they watched TV and physically saw it, they'd be
man,
like,
it's just like the first Spider-Man. It's like that because we didn't have smartphones when the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
"Yeah,
So the
we
communication
don't-
didn't travel far.
yeah, we didn't know everything. Nobody
Man.
knew everything."
And the other, hold on, since we were talking about powers,
The
it seems
thing
like-
is, we're so connected. Somebody could get hurt in another state.
and we won't know
Yeah.
forever.
Well, we will know now.
Oh,
It's
we
like,
did.
oh my
We
god!
will
And
know now.
then people are going, "Oh my god, we all got screwworms." I'm like, one person got it, dude. One
Yeah.
person.
So since I was talking about powers, right, like the getting bit by a snake, so I didn't know until this movie that you can use mirrors to reflect their heat beams. First, right, I thought they were lasers, But then it's supposed to be heat vision. Like,
Yeah.
what if a Superman shoots out of his eyes? It causes heat.
Yeah,
But then,
it's not supposed to be lasers.
yeah, it's not right. But then he reflected using a mirror, and I'm like, whoa. I thought science was out of the window for 80s, but it wasn't for the mind of Lam Chu, right? And I'm like, what just happened? Shouldn't he just melt through the Superman or something? And then like, but it would hit Superman, but it probably won't do anything. It's kind of like Superman heating his own hand, right? It's not going to do anything. So Superman could just probably just stand there. He could still get hit vision by who was just shot that like it wasn't Sod, right? It doesn't matter. I think it was Sod that shot at him. And like it would have done anything. It's kind of like me throwing a paper airplane at you. Like, what the hell did you just do that for, Lamb?
Well, I don't know. I guess the hot would bother him.
Maybe, but then if Superman shoot his own hand
But
with
again,
hot, would it bother him?
he could fly all yeah, it'd have to be really hot. But a Kryptonian hot may be different hot from sun
Yeah,
hot.
yeah. So that was really weird when I saw that. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, they would really have somebody would have to actually sit down and make up powers and go, okay, well, this is what can hurt and what can't, and if whatever it should have applied for the villains too.
Yes,
Because
that's
all
what
of
I
a sudden,
thought.
these villains, all three villains, got different powers. They did.
Yeah.
They gave them different powers.
They all have different powers, man. The
they're not
telekinesis
supposed
is
to.
the one
It
that
didn't.
gets to me.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get telekinesis?
It didn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
Because they should have been all exactly the same.
Now, with talking about more of this movie, I feel like, yeah, the first one is better. It's so hard to tell, like, is the first one better or the second one better?
Yeah, you notice they just like go to the North Pole like it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Or way up north, wherever they go.
Did you like
'Cause-
that machine that the mom set up that you could take your powers
it
away?
was stupid. And then they doubled his powers.
And then, like, didn't they tell him, like, hey, there's no going back, and then you can
they
go
told him
back?
never go back.
I'm like,
then they
didn't you
lied.
just say, like, I see it. So when I was younger, I remember that part, right? But I forgot, like, you can't go back and try to watch this as an adult.
Yeah, I've heard that
And I'm
part
like,
too.
what?
Because see, I don't remember them telling me he couldn't go back because I remember him going back. I do like him going to get even with the guy at the bar.
Yeah, that was really not Superman like. That was the most
That
unlike
was a
Superman thing.
like. But hey, that guy deserved it.
That guy was a jerk. That's why you want
That was
to do
justice. That's justice.
So so there's something that happened in this movie, right? It's kind of equivalent to me of what happened in the first one with the time travel swimming back thing.
Okay.
It's when Superman kissed the memory out of her. Something
I
always
did not
happened
like
to.
that. Oh, I did
So
not like
something
that.
always happens to Lois Lane, and I'm thinking like, even as a young, when I was watching this as a kid, right? I was probably 4 or 5 at the time with the VHS, and I'm thinking like, I didn't know you can do that. Like you could just kiss the memory out of people.
Well, I forgot this. I forgot this even existed until I saw this movie.
Yeah, you saw this movie again where like he
Here's
just
the funny
make her
thing: she
forget.
didn't forget anything but him being Superman.
Yep.
So they got to fix it at the end, and this is how they do it. Oh, I'll just kiss this one thought, which means he might have telekinesis.
Oh, okay.
You'd have to.
He just
Kissing somebody that makes him forget
it's
something.
really weird. Now it feels like Superman 2 movie is crap because of future science.
It was actually stupid. It was so stupid.
So,
And I mean, they didn't really need any of that. Like the newsroom scene where they go in the newsroom, they all fly out the window and they all fight down the street, and then they come back in the newsroom. I'm like, what?
So let me break down something now. Now that I'm realizing, like Superman 1 was great. Artistically, storytelling, it was great. Right? Richard Donner is great.
It had even the camera angles was better.
Yeah,
I mean,
with the map painting, with the wide shots, everything was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Until Superman 2, right? When Warner Brother want to change something, now it seems like, okay, we took Otis out, which I was really grateful for, but then they add the comedic stuff to the other characters. Like, we still have to have the same kind of comedic thing, even Otis is not there, but we'll just divide it amongst the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
Whether it's good guy, bad guy, Superman, Clark, it doesn't matter. And now the third one, I know you like that one because of Richard Pryor, right? But if you think about it, that one is kind of silly too. And then the fourth one is even worse. And then they try to do that to Batman. Batman 1 was great. Batman 2 was even darker than whatever. And then McDonald's had a problem with it, right? So when Warner Brothers, McDonald's had a problem with it.
Hey,
so when Warner Brothers,
great,
like,
so I didn't get too mad.
the black. So the Warner Brothers had a, so Warner Brothers, like, so Batman Forever, they made it a little bit more friendly until they got to Batman and Robin, which is totally crap.
Oh, yeah.
So it feels like what you said about, like, they need more control. Well, sometimes more control, right? Turns stuff into crap.
Okay. Well, they need one person ruling all the control.
Not
this guy's got to map it out, and he's got to veto it. You can't have like a whole bunch of executives sitting in the office sending memos, going, "Yeah, you know what, Batman suits. we need like nipples on it or something. I don't know. You know, somebody should have said no. Okay, honestly, they should have said no.
It just
I mean,
always go
because it
back to
is.
the
It's
nipple.
ridiculous. A lot of it was ridiculous. I mean, it was. They just had like little things on it. It was like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it
Shouldn't
is
it, well, I
very
shouldn't
funny
even
though.
care about it, but you do because the guy made a crappy movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
sometimes the director, either the director needs to be in control or something. You know, somebody's got to be in control. Because I mean,
Or
I'm
someone
not
just need to
saying.
know what they're doing.
Well, I think the director he did some dumb stuff and nobody said no to him, but they also made him do some dumb stuff that he couldn't say no to.
Did you think the script was written with like he kissed the memory out of her, or did they just do that? Hey, you know what
I
we
think
should
they
do to
added
you?
it later. I
Okay.
bet you they almost came back. I bet they're almost done with the movie, and they go, "Okay, well, we might want to make a third one because this one's probably going to do good too because they'll watch anything." And then,
Yeah.
oh, okay, he needs to be Clark again because they don't need that him and her in love. They don't know how to write that anymore. So, well, just oh, he's Superman. He just kiss it out of her. It's like what?
I just
You
kissed
might
it
as well hit her. You might as well punch her in her
out.
face.
Just kiss it out of her. That's how we solved problems back in the 80s.
Yeah,
Oh, it was something with hit vision is laser now, okay? So it reflects
yeah,
the mirror. It makes
yeah,
completely sense of what
yeah.
like
Makes sense.
he just burned the tree branch so they don't have the same powers. Dude, I don't
Yep.
know.
Yeah, and one guy floats instead of flies. He just floats.
He just floats, yes.
It just
Oh,
floats.
it is it is just so funny. I did like yeah, they took Gene Hackman and Lois to the Fortress of
Yeah,
Solitude, and they were just flying them
fortress.
like horses.
They're just flying them and they're riding on their backs. No big deal. And of course,
That was
the
pretty
Fortress of
funny.
Solitude. I'm okay with them not having coats in that. I'm sure Superman has some kind of deals, but it's getting there. I mean, they just show up there like it's no big deal and
Yeah,
then leave.
I forgot
And
about
then
that. They didn't have codes. Like, it's supposed to be really cold, but it doesn't bother the Kryptonians. It's just
and
regular humans.
here's what bothered me. Okay, Superman when he becomes a regular guy,
Yeah.
they somehow just leave the Fortress of Solitude in a car. But then when he gets
Oh.
in the bar fight, he travels and it's so cold. He almost
Oh my
dies trying
gosh,
to get
I
back to
didn't
the
think
fortress.
about
I was
that.
like, how is it so easy to leave it?
So when he lost his powers, they just were able to get out of Fortress
Yep,
of
it
Solitude
shows up.
easily.
Remember, they just sat there in the
Oh.
car hugging. Da da da. I'm like,
And they just
what? Where'd this
oh
car
man.
come from?
I thought I did like Superman
Because
2
how did they
better,
leave? How did he leave the Fortress of Solitude if they're
but
both human?
now
Because he flew her
science.
there.
Yeah, they would have been frozen to death, both of them. Well,
Yeah, he would
at
have
least
hoped
Lois
something.
first. Yeah.
You would think.
Oh
I
my
mean, it didn't make
gosh.
any sense. They show up with a car just cruising out, but he has to struggle to get back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the
Like
call shouldn't have
what?
even worked. It's so cold there.
I mean, because how did they get to the car? Because he can't fly her.
Yeah.
I mean, was there a delay in his powers? It's like, okay, well, let's better fly before I lose my
So
powers.
we could both agree that Superman 2 is super comic book, like where nothing has to make sense, right?
It's super cheesy,
Yeah,
like a
it's super
cheeseburger,
cheesy. Oh
and
man.
not a good cheeseburger. I eat this
For a
cheeseburger.
long time, I always liked
That's not what I'm
Superman
going to
2, and
order.
then I'm just pointing out all these flaws and agreeing with you on all these flaws. And I
it
point out some of these flaws, like, oh
it
my
had
gosh.
tons more flaws than the first one did.
I would like to watch some of these movies as a kid again, but we will never get that.
Yeah, we're
We
never
will
going to be able to
never
do
get
that.
that. Even like
The-
I never seen it. Like by the adult version is like, what? That's stupid.
I think if we watch it for the first time, we'd be more forgiving.
Ah, okay.
For yeah, I mean, even at our age, but again, if we didn't see it again, we probably wouldn't have watched it. I mean, as soon as this
Yeah,
would be like,
that's
what's this
true.
80s crap? I'm turning. No, I actually watch a lot of old movies that I've never seen before, and I don't have a problem with them. So I'm thinking this wouldn't have bothered me if this would have been the first time I saw it.
Mm.
I would still be pointing out all the little silly things about it because
Dude, the Fortress of Solitude is the biggest thing.
I actually like the Fortress of Solitude in this
No, no,
movie.
no. I'm not talking about
Oh,
the
okay.
Fortress, but like when Clark turns or Superman turns to Clark,
Oh,
like
okay.
for
Yeah.
permanent. Now it bothers me. Like, how the hell did they get out?
Yeah. How did he get there? And
As
then how did
soon
he get back?
I
I
mean, like
mean,
once they, let's just say the Fortress Solitude is normalized temperature, right? But once they get out,
yeah. I mean, I guess I understand because Lex Luthor just went there with his friend,
yeah,
just showed up, played around, and left.
yep.
But the thing is, it just shows him struggling to get there. And then I'm like, well, why is he struggling to get there if
And
it
then I'm
was no
struggling.
big deal
Yeah,
for him to leave?
All right, we gotta stop talking about that Fortress of Solitude now. That just bothers
Well,
me so much.
the solitude's still not as dumb as getting the memory kissed out of you.
Yeah. Well, and then who's gonna fix Mount Rushmore?
Oh yeah, Superman. He's
Yeah.
gonna spin the world back,
I
fix it,
guess
and then
he'll
turn
use
it
the
back.
hit vision slash laser or whatever comes out
No,
of
like I
eyes.
said, it'd be easier just turn the
Oh,
world
just turn the
back.
world back.
Make sure that General Zod never shows
So
up,
he
and
does
then
it twice.
yeah, does it. But he
Because
didn't see it this time.
time travel 3-4 minutes back without anybody knowing.
Because there should be two Supermans now.
Yes. There's technically two Supermen. Maybe the other one from the first one threw them back.
Yeah, I must have.
There is a sad
I
Superman and
I
a happy
do
Superman.
still do think the special effect of the Phantom Zone is awesome. Even
Oh,
today
that's
still.
dude's too. Yeah, that's dude's too awesome. That mirror thing.
Yeah, that mirror with him floating in it. Yeah,
Oh,
it's not even a
you
mirror,
know
but
what? That is
one
one of the best
dimensional.
things with the hydrogen bomb shot out the Eiffel Tower, right? And the
Oh,
vibrations
that
shattered
didn't
the
make
yeah
sense. That
yeah
didn't make sense.
yeah
That was lame.
yeah.
It's like, oh
I was
yeah,
like,
they're telling
okay,
him. I like when they go, oh, they're in a prison. It can only be
but
destroyed by a nuclear blast.
but
I'm like, what?
imagine, but imagine how it sounds like in the pitch office. We're like, hey, we're writing this movie. We want the three Kryptonians, right? How do we get them out? Oh, I got it. A hydrogen bomb in Paris, and then Superman somehow shoot this thing into space, right? So it explodes in space, but the vibration from because you just keep traveling because of space thing,
Yeah,
and then
but
it
it
just
doesn't hurt the
shatters it.
Earth.
Yeah,
But it
it's
doesn't
not
hurt
the
the
Earth,
Earth.
but it just shatters that phantom something, dude. Brilliant.
Well, it must have been, but it must have been a certain frequency. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. I
Even though
can't.
we know that sound doesn't travel
I
anywhere near as
I
fast as.
I'm gonna tell
Oh
you,
yeah,
Shane.
now do you have a sound wave in space because it's a
Like
vacuum?
this, how this episode came out to be was really different than how I thought it would be.
Let me ask you this: seeing how there's hardly any scientific fact whatsoever in the Superman film, how did we land on the moon? The '60s.
So I'm gonna tell you
I guess.
something.
I think the thing is. I mean, I really actually know how it is. I think it's just we've, as human race, as we come on, we take movies too seriously.
Yeah, I
Because
highly agree.
you
Well,
got to think all
it's
these
with the
people.
aging thing, right? When we grow up, we were watching this
Yeah,
as a kid. We didn't take this
but
seriously.
but but the thing is, grown-ups watching, they're fine with it. All the stuff, all the movies from the '80s, no scientific fact. Everybody's fine with it. '60s, because people like they got a
Just want to
job,
be
they were very
entertained.
science. Yeah, because people went to the job, they were very scientific. I mean, think about it. We did land on the moon. We did a lot of scientific things. We built computers, everything. But we watched movies and we never put any fact to it because it was okay,
Yeah,
because it was just entertainment.
yeah, it's entertainment.
Somewhere along the lines, we sit here, we debate how
How
Batman's
things thing,
grappling
yeah.
hook. Yeah, Batman's grappling hook. It's gonna be this, blah blah blah.
It gotta have the
And the
wire, the
people and the
weight.
people from the old days are probably thinking, "It's a movie, you idiots."
Yeah, I
So
know.
what?
You know,
Does it matter how it
when we
really
say
works?
that, right? Remember in the first Batman with Vicky Farron, he asked her how much you weigh, and she was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
105." Like, and then it stops in the middle, and then so he dropped like, "You don't weigh 105." Because he put that math in his head, like, okay,
yeah.
this will only work if it's under
But it
200
really
pounds, you
would
know?
never have ever mattered,
Yeah,
even in the real world. What does it matter?
yeah.
It made us
No, you're
laugh, but
very
it's
right.
like,
Yeah,
but we do. We debate it like we're like, well, can this guy really pick up Thor's hammer? What point can Captain America pick up Thor's hammer? I
yeah,
mean, it
yeah.
doesn't really affect the story. It doesn't really affect our lives.
No,
It doesn't
it's just
really matter.
something
It's
to
just something for us
discuss.
to
Yeah,
do.
it's just to
It
deal
just
with.
goes
Yeah,
to show that we have nothing to do.
yep.
Even
No,
adult
we're like, come
stuff
on.
doesn't have a bearing on what we got to talk
This
about.
is the stuff. These are the questions that we got made fun of in the '80s, and now people are having discussion groups and
Yeah, seriously.
protests about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, people
Come on.
people get upset if the story of the comic book story doesn't even look like they want.
It doesn't
They're like,
matter
Ben
when.
Affleck. Ben Affleck's gonna be Batman. He
Yeah,
just
it
can't. It
doesn't
doesn't look
matter
like
if
it.
Captain America can pick up Jonathan or not. Okay, that's the thing. It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
Well, it's funny though, because people throw a fit about like certain people being playing certain characters.
Yeah,
I'm like, who was there? And it's got a lot to do with the internet. Because if the internet would have been around, we probably wouldn't have got Batman and Robin. Because people wouldn't have said Clooney. We're not doing Clooney. No, we're not doing
yeah,
Clooney.
that's true too. You didn't know
But
Batman
again,
was played by George Clooney until the trailer came out.
actually, I did, and I
Really?
was okay with it because I read the deal on it. Because the actually, when Clooney was playing Batman, the artist, the creator of Batman, he saw him. He was okay with it. He says he does look like
You know
Batman.
what? I think George Clooney would probably been a great Batman. It was like
Yeah,
different direction.
Bob Kane. Yeah, Bob Kane when he saw him and saw his chin and everything because he saw a smile on
Yeah,
his face, and
yeah,
plus he said his wife loved him, so
yeah.
he was okay with it. Of course, he's gonna say if your wife loves somebody, you better just go along with it.
Yes. Yeah.
But he was okay with it, and I could see like we trash a lot of
We do. We keep blaming for the actors for
it
someone
was not
else's
it
fault.
was a bad director.
Yeah.
Clooney's not the best actor. I'm gonna go ahead and get that out. He's not the best actor.
He's not the
I'm
best
thinking
actor out
I'm
of this
thinking he could.
bunch.
Let's put it this: he's not the best actor on his own.
Oh.
With a good director, he can be a good
Yeah,
actor.
with a big, yeah, it's just
But
a
I think
director.
you sometimes you get actors in that, and the director's like, do your thing. Because Clooney, you can't just go Clooney, do your thing, because Clooney was going to be Clooney. Now, if he had a good director and goes, hey, you need to do this, I
Oh.
need you to do this, I need you to do this, I'm thinking Clooney would give you the best performance you'll ever see in your life.
You know what? Christopher Reeves could play Batman.
Anybody could play Batman with
Yeah.
a good director, I'm thinking.
Yeah. But
It's
it's
just
the
you got to have
multiple
the
personality that you could do.
the thing because Clooney played the part of
Wayne.
Wayne pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked like Wayne, he acted like Wayne, he talked like Wayne. I mean, I thought he played the figure pretty good. I mean, as at that acting, his acting for Wayne was pretty good when he talks to
You know
Robin.
what's really funny? What if Drew Schumacher, right, was just so fed up with WB that he was just like, you know what?
He may
F
have.
them. I'm just like,
may
hey,
have.
don't even do the Batman voice because I don't give a flying what.
He may have. I
He
mean,
may
it seems
have.
because if you watch it, it seems like from Val Kilmer and stuff, he probably finally got fed up. He's like, George, do what you want.
Do what
You
we
want to
want.
smile?
Yep.
If you want to smile in the Batman suit, go ahead,
Yeah.
smile. I don't care.
Should I do the Batman voice? Because everybody else, nah, they just forget
Nah,
it.
come
The
on. We
Warner
know you're
Brothers
George
thing is
Clooney.
too dark. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, we're trying to sell Happy Meals, George.
Yeah. Come on. We pissed off McDonald's in the second one. Okay. We can't
Yeah,
do that again.
because see, I think because even the actor that played Robin, Chris
O'Donnell.
O'Donnell,
He
his
was
acting wasn't as good.
no, it's not the first. I mean, not the first. The third one was better. How he
His
played?
acting,
Yeah.
his acting with in the
With Kilmer.
third one, yeah, his first acting in the first movie was
It's
excellent.
the same
It
director.
was real serious. Yeah, it was real serious. The second movie, it was silly. It was child. He's acted even
Yeah.
more real childish. His acting wasn't that good. I mean, I think that they probably really just like we're just doing this, get it over the way.
I know Arnold got paid the most in Batman and Robin because he didn't want to do it. Because he's like, okay, I'll ask for 30 million, and then if we say no, then I don't have to do it. And then they say yes, like, man, now I have to do it.
And then you know what he's thinking? I wish I would have got paid for it.
Yeah, but exactly. Like,
'Cause this is probably going to ruin my career.
oh, yep. And you know what? Did we ever talk about that? That's
But
probably
here's the
the
neat
first
thing.
movie with, because Arnold Schwarzenegger's name came first in Batman and
Yeah.
Robin, because it
Well, the
always
thing,
comes first.
here's the sad thing: is Schwarzenegger's character would have been amazing.
Yeah, it would have been
in
amazing.
Batman '66.
Oh.
Well, if he acted like he did and did everything, he fit in. He would have
Yeah,
fit
he
in
fit
because
in.
that's the way his character was. His character was over the top, just like everybody in the '66 Batman.
Yep.
But I'm thinking, yeah, if he would have had a better, I
Chill.
don't know. If he had a better director, better lines,
I want to
yeah, he
say
could have been
if
good.
WB wasn't doing it, then we'd probably been better.
Yeah, well, if it would have been darker, he could have played a pretty
No,
good
I think
dark.
Schwarzenegger
Because
did
the
that
story
too,
was good. I mean, the story was good. He looked good. The sets looked kind of good.
the story. I
They
did
did,
like Mr. Freeze's story.
Yeah, the story was good, and I
It's
mean, all the
funny.
sets.
Did
and
we
his
even
suit
talk
and
about
everything
that
looked
when we
good.
talk about that? I'm pretty sure we did.
Who knows? We probably rushed through a lot of stuff because we're too busy bad mouthing, cleaning.
Batman, Batman versus Batman and
And
Robin.
it's a sad thing because I mean, I will still watch. That's the funny thing. We talk about it, a lot of bad stuff, but Batman and Robin, I almost will still watch it.
Yeah, I think we talk. We'll watch it over
I mean, it's
Matrix
like
4.
we always use it as the bad movie, but I mean, Matrix
No,
4.
Matrix 4 is
I'm,
our worst movie.
Matrix 4. I'm not watching. I had somebody else that like, remember Matrix 4? And they're like,
No, there's a reason
no.
why.
And I go because they said, oh, I asked them like what movies was right, and they're like, oh, Matrix. And I said, what about 4? And they're like, oh no.
Yeah, no.
No.
The first
No.
one, and then
I was like, and I asked them, I was like, do you ever remember? I go, you did see it? And they go, yeah. They go, do you remember anything? And I was like, no, really not.
just certain parts in the second Matrix, and then that's really it. Like, and then you can forget, like, oh, I have an appointment.
Pretty much, the Matrix was good, and then it just really didn't work after that. They should have
Yeah.
stopped there.
Yep.
And sometimes there's some movies you should
So
stop with one.
so I'm gonna end with this, right? So Superman
Yeah.
2, we are gonna do Superman 3 and 4, right?
Oh
I
yeah.
do
Oh yeah.
want to bring that up at this point. Once we get to Superman Returns, right? Superman Returns is supposed to be the sequel to Superman 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Well,
So
maybe
remember
I'll
that.
watch the second one again just to catch up, but I doubt it.
No, they will remember. Come in.
Oh, I'll watch it again, but I'll fast forward through the front part. I didn't need all that
Yeah.
recap. I mean, I
So
understand movies in the old days need a recap, and I hope the audience does a new recap because
you
we
know
don't
what?
want to
Let's
do
talk
this
about
show
that. They
again.
probably need the recap because it was not easy to rewatch movies back
Oh
then.
no, you didn't. You
Yeah.
weren't going to see it again until it came back on theaters. Remember?
Yeah.
I don't think VCRs were around right in 1980.
No.
And I mean,
No.
the luck here. The only thing let's say, Superman 2 is coming out. They started NBC or ABC or something shows
Yeah. Show the TV.
Superman on
Yeah.
TV, and it would be good for them because they'd get all that commercial money.
Yep.
That's probably the only recap you'd have is, oh, I got to see it on TV.
Yep. But that's it. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's why they had the recap, like the montage beginning of what happened in the first one.
Yeah, and I didn't. I mean, I didn't need it, but I mean, I could see an audience probably need it, or
Yeah.
you didn't watch the first one,
Yeah, that
which would be
too.
hard. If you miss the first one, unless it shows on TV, you're not going to see it.
Yeah, you're not gonna see it. You know, we have so
So,
hot. You know, it's really funny. So let me do this before I close out the show, right?
okay.
So it's my birthday recently, and I have the few days off. So at those few days, right, I was like, oh, you know what? I really want to watch it by myself. That I don't need to take the family. It was the do a new remake of the Naked Gun. Okay.
Okay.
So today is August 30th that we did the show, and then Naked Gun came out August 1st. It's already available on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm like, it's not even a month since the movie came out, and I wanted to see that in the theaters. I just didn't
Yeah.
have time until like the Labor Day and everything, right? Like, oh, I'll watch it on the second. I'm like, well, that's stupid now. Like, I could probably still go to the theater. There's probably some theater will show it, but not at the
Yeah.
time I can able to go.
Yeah.
Like they show it really early in the morning, which would be great. But like if you show it at 2 or 3, like dude, I can't make that time now. You know?
Yeah. Well, here's the funny thing: streaming. I mean, we keep on talking, but
Yeah.
streaming really wasn't a good idea. It's a good idea in a way, but it's not really for a film wants to make money because the studios gripe about they're not making much money on the film, but they stream it too early. It's because I think they got too
Well,
many
no,
people
no.
going.
But you have to stream it, right? You just have to pay for it. Like I think it's that way of streaming. Like you have to pay $24.99 for the rental, or you could buy
Yeah.
it for $30 because not Suicide Squad. What's that Marvel movie? Um,
But they're giving a chance for more people to see it when you stream it without
yes.
getting revenue.
Oh, but no, when they say stream it, right? You have to rent it. It's not available for free yet.
Yeah.
So
But
I think yeah.
it comes out too early. I think they should hold off even longer.
But it also like if they hold off any longer, they still have to pay for the distribution right for the theaters. That still costs
Oh,
money.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh well.
They pay theaters to show this. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, well, they need to come up with another deal. That's their fault. They used to own theaters.
Well, I think Amazon with the MGM studio, they have the easiest route because they already own the platform.
Yeah, they
You
own
know,
all the stuff.
it's kind of like
So.
Netflix. They don't have to
But,
pay for theater to show it if the people are already paying for Netflix.
yeah. Well, let me just put it this way: they should just get used to having lower revenue for the movies.
Yeah,
Too much competition now. Everybody makes stuff.
everybody can make stuff. Like they don't even have to distribute it in the theater. I mean, like how many original Prime, Netflix, Hulu
Oh, there's a
films are out there?
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always see all these films. You're getting ready to go see at the theater, and it's like, and they never come to the theater, and they're like, well, they never were going to the theater, you idiot.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I'm not buying Netflix, so I guess I'll never see it.
Yeah, I'm not getting Netflix either. There's too much stuff that I don't watch. You know, they want too much money for it.
Oh, they got too much. Yeah, I'll never see it. So there's a whole bunch of movies I will never see,
Yep.
and it doesn't actually bother me.
It doesn't bother me either.
And the sad thing is, it's a lot of actors like Anthony Mackie. I'd like to watch his stuff, but they're like, "Oh, he does Netflix." I'm like, "Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, like Twisted Metal and some
I'll just
other
see
things
Captain
there.
America, I guess. That's
Yeah.
it." He's probably wondering why people don't go see my film. I'm like, "Cause you're on Netflix, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't go see your stuff."
Yep. So with that, let's close it out, and we'll see everybody next time on Superman 3, and we'll see how good that age next time.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in for this episode. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.